Hello all, we're out fishing. Beauty. It's been a short while, I know. Thank you for being patient. Yeah, she's pretty rough. She's not the calmest. See? There is some deep water there though, under that white water. Bit of a gutter and channel here. So hopefully there'll be a couple of fish. Main reason I'm here is because my little dog, she isn't well. She's got a bit of a growth in her kidney. Down here to try and catch her a feed of fish because she loves the fish. And the other reason, I grew some paprika and I grew some chilies for my pickled squid and stuff. But yeah, so I actually bought myself a dehydrating machine for the chili and the paprika. Then I thought, wow, I can actually do some beef jerky now with this machine. Then I thought, wow, how about doing some fish jerky? Sorry, the camera's waving around a bit, she's a bit windy. I can do some fish jerky. I've never done that before, so I had a look on YouTube, and yeah, it's out there. Plenty of people have done a bit of fish jerky. No one's on there with it with Australian salmon, so I want to try the Australian salmon. So that's the second reason. Most importantly, some fish for my little dog. Secondly, hopefully we can do some dehydrating. Yeah, I'm fishing the standard way. Had an Oster rig. I've done other videos, as you know, rigging up. But yeah, double number 1.0s on top. These little pilchards I've got, they're awesome, aren't they? Just perfect. So yeah, I'll row my hooks into there. One hook. There's that camera wobbling around in the wind. The other hook rode in there too, see? Two hooks rode in kind of like a worm, and I do my half hitch around the I go around the shank of the hook and the tail. It just connects it to the hook as well as the fish, you know, and it's never failed me. I've never broken off. I'm sure it would weaken your line a bit, but hey, that's 35-pound line. And the reasons for my heavy line is it doesn't twist as bad, and you know, down here you can cast it hard and you don't snap off your rig. I used to snap off a lot of rigs years ago using 20-pound tracers and stuff. Now it's 35, 30 minimum for me. Right, there's one half bait on, and I'll put a piece on the tail end on my single 1.0 at the bottom. The same way, I'll just row the hook in there. He's on, see, and the half hitch around the shank. You see, look, there's a little bit of room there. You can even put another half hitch. No, nothing wrong with doing two. There's two half hitches, and I'll break him off. That is a real well secured bait. You know, you got to put your bait on really well. You don't want it coming off, do you? So yeah, that works good. Now I'll put some burley in my spring as well. Right, we'll do that and we'll start fishing. Less of the chat, let's get some fish. It would be nice to get some fish. Very nice. A bit of bait in there. Okay, there you go. Ready to go. Let's begin. first cast. Real big, but they're legal and tasty. Break the necks, kills them instantly. Just bend it straight back, you'll feel the click. Yeah, kills them instantly. Yeah, bleeds them. Lots of blood in them. Bites, a lot of small fish there. Quite amazing, it's pretty rough out there. Quite amazing what them fish can be swimming around in. I do get asked what the bag is. It's a pillowcase. Well, that's me done. That was a quick fish. I didn't do a lot of filming because it was pretty hard actually. But I ended up with a handful of little ones, so I can give my little dog a feed and I can dehydrate one, see what it's like. That's what I ended up getting. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. They will cook up nice. Alright guys, see you back home when we do some dehydrating, show you what it's like. Alright, see you back there. Well, there they are, my 6 little fish. Now all I've got to do is clean them up, give my little doggy a feed, and I shall dehydrate a little bit of it for, well, we'll just see what it's like. Something to do. But yeah, I'm sure my little doggy, she's asleep over there, she'll enjoy it. But yeah, look, that's the smallest one, and it's pretty much smack on 21 centimeters. There you go. So they're all legal. So there are some fish at Waipinga, but not very big. But always the chances of a big one. Right, there's my finished fillet. Very nice. So look, if you're gonna fillet your fish at home, like most of us do, and when you wash it, you've really got to wash it in salt water. That is best, unless you bring some water from the beach home in a bottle. But if you don't, here's my water, and there's my salt. That's that pink rock salt. I think it's 1,000,000 years old, but I think it's ocean salt. But anyway, whatever salt you've got will be better than nothing. So what I'm going to do, just put some salt into my water. Get it salty. I guess that will do. Don't want to go overboard. Right, I'm not going to mix it up. I'll just drop my fillet straight in. That's why I didn't mix it, because it'll mix now when I just move my fish around to rinse it. Look at the colour of that water now. But then I'll simply put that there, bring a colander over here and take the fish out of the water. Now it's been rinsed and all the scales and whatever's come off, put it into my colander. Let the fish drain. It's on a plate there, the water's not going everywhere. Put it in the fridge, let it drain, and I'll cover it with a bit of plastic so it doesn't dry out. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow when we do it. And I'll feed my little dog some now too. Right, here we are. We're out in the shed because I've been kicked out the kitchen. So yeah, here's me little bit of fish, what we filleted last night. I've given my little dog some, she enjoyed it. She actually didn't eat it last night, she ate it all this morning, which was nice to see. And what I'll do now, I've never done this before, this is all learning, but I've checked out some other YouTube channels, and yeah, there's lots of different ideas. Well, it's all pretty much similar, different sorts of fish and a few different flavours, but here we go. Now I've got to cut the fish as uniformly as possible, like all the same thickness, but and you're supposed to cut lengthways. I did think about slicing it in half that way. That could be a good idea. I'll try this fillet like this because they're not very big fillets. So I'll start from about here, and I'll just try and make this top bit the same thickness as the bottom. Well, that came off okay. Right, well I might do it all like that. That piece can stay that size, and I'll cut this one in half. Beautiful. Nice little piece of the fish, and yeah, not very thick. They say about 1/4 of an inch. That might be a bit less, but that'll be okay. But keep it all the same, and I'll keep an eye on it when it's in the dehydrator. That's a nice little piece. I'll throw it all in there, right? I'll just zip through all of these. And then we'll make up the... That's not a bad idea doing it like that for these smaller fillets. And then yeah, chop that in half. I could even chop that in half again, because we just got little morsel pieces, don't we? And this is going to go quite a long way. It's been in the fridge as well, so it's nice and firm, the flesh. Yum. Okay, there you have it. Nice little morsels in there. Oh, sorry. Didn't have the light on. I hope you saw that okay. Well, the light's on now. Oh, nice bit of fish in the bowl. Right, get rid of that. Right. Firstly, soya sauce is what everybody seems to be the base of all this marinade. We got to marinate this in the fridge. I'll put it in there overnight, or maybe 8 to 10 hours, but overnight, yeah, while I'm in bed. Won't do it any harm. So I'm going to put a near cupful of this into there, just so it's all covered. I reckon that'll do well, that's a quarter of a cup, maybe that's a half a cup size, but that's probably half full as well, just over. But I'll tip that into there. That's my soya sauce. I got some dark soya sauce. I saw a chap do this as well. I'm going to put a little bit less of that in there, because that's a nice, both of these soya sauces taste different. That can go into there. No, don't need that anymore. Now I got some honey, a little bit of honey. I'm just plain. Put that in there, not a lot. Sweet chili sauce. Might have been better to make the marinade before I did this, but it'll still all mix up, won't it? Of course it will. I'm going to work on, not a lot, maybe a tablespoon. About that much. Won't go overboard, like I said, never done it before. And some garlic. I've kind of winged the rest of this, but if you want to have a look at other people doing this, there's plenty of ideas on YouTube. About that much garlic, hey? Yes, that will be fine. And that is that. I can stir that all up now with my spoon.
I wonder what it's going to taste like. Nice stir. Got quite a nice colour to it. Isn't it? Nice yellowy colour.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon that's mixed enough? Now you can put, well, that chili sauce has got chili in it, so I'm not going overboard. But what I'm going to do on a, I don't know, four or so pieces tomorrow. This is my home-grown chili. This is a mild one I grew. And it's been through my coffee grinder, and hey, what a nice colour. But I'm going to put a little bit of this on a couple of pieces tomorrow before it goes into the dehydrator. Alright, that's done. Now I'm going to do what I saw another chap do. He put some Glad wrap over the fish, like so. Now he pushed it in there like this because he was saying oxygen is the enemy, so that's good. That's sealed off. Yeah, that if you Google dehydrated fish, you'll come up with this one called Matt's Kitchen or whatever, and he's quite funny to watch. He's good. So that's going to go in the fridge overnight. So tomorrow we will be back and put it in the dehydrator. Cross fingers it's going to be yummy, but we'll find out. Well, g'day guys, we're out in the shed. Anyway, I came out this morning and I put all this jerky, all this fish jerky into the dehydrator, and I filmed it. And anyway, I've had a problem with the SD card and it didn't film nothing. Nothing of that. So anyway, the fish jerky is now done. There's my dehydrator anyway. It's a Sunbeam. I've heard that they're all pretty good, and there's all the stuff you can do in it at the degrees what you do it on, the temperature settings. Time is always generally around 5 to 6 hours or so. You get this U-Butte book with the machine. It's got all handy stuff in there about drying fish, drying meat, and just lots of stuff. Just everything. Dough, you can make dough, yogurt, you name it. There's loads of stuff in there to do. Anyway, mine is ready. I put it in for... It was in there. There it is. There's my fish. It's been in there for like 6 hours and I think I pushed it too long. It's definitely dehydrated. But I have tasted some. And it tastes pretty good. I shall definitely do it again. For sure, because that's nice. And I've got other stuff to do in there. Chilies and other vegetables what I'm going to play around with as well. So it's all good fun. You saw what I put in it. Now I'll just store that in the fridge and I'll eat it I'll eat it pretty quick with a beer in the evening watching TV. But I think definitely don't do it for that long. You want it a little bit softer maybe. But hey, I also did a little bit of rump steak. What I made some beef jerky, and that's nice too. That's all different flavors again. But I got, like I did the basic soya sauce and pretty much what other things you want to put in there to play around with what you do. So there you go. Dehydrated salmon is pretty good. I'm not kidding you. That's nice, and the more you chew it, the more juicy and flavoursome it becomes. So okay, thank you for watching, yeah, and tight lines, stay safe, healthy, all that stuff, and I'll see you again next time. Adios. Oh, that better? Adios.